Ever feel like you're doing this teaching thing alone? You don't have to be. Shared teaching is all about sharing the workload through the power of collaboration and teamwork. Together, we'll walk through all the difficult parts of teaching and learn how to streamline our processes, fine-tune our time management, and develop a more manageable workload. If that sounds like a dream come true to you, then welcome to the Shared Teaching Podcast. Let's share in the teaching to make those dreams a reality. Now here's today's Shared Teaching. Hello and welcome back to the Shared Teaching Podcast. I'm your host, Susan, and you are listening to our 4th episode of Writing Tip Wednesday. So thank you for joining me. Today's episode is all about pre-assessments. And today's tip is to start your writing lessons with a pre-assessment. Don't skip this. I am a firm believer that pre-assessing our students before a unit has to happen. This extends to all my writing units because when we pre-assess, we are arming ourselves with the knowledge that our students need to learn in the upcoming lessons. When we don't pre-assess, we are wasting valuable time teaching lessons our students might not even need. Let's say that last year's class was very low and we began the school year with our writing lessons on how to write a sentence. In an effort to save time, we decide we're going to just plan to rinse and repeat these last year's lessons. But soon, our writing lessons go off the rails as the students become unfocused and distracted. Why? Well, most of our students are well versed in how to write a sentence and they're ready for something more. So not only did we waste several days on these sentence writing lessons, but our students became unhinged. Now they hate writing time, and it's up to us to find a quick way to turn it around and have a great rest of the year. If this sounds like something that might have been happening in your classroom in the past, it's okay. The reason why is either the lesson is too far above their heads and they're just not capable yet, or they already know it and they're bored out of their minds, so they start acting up. And this is where we start having those classroom management problems. So pre-assessment will not only cut down on these issues, but it's a great way to see exactly where our students are. If we had started with the pre-assessment, we would have known their strengths and weaknesses from the beginning, and we would have avoided all of that craziness. When we take inventory of their writing skills, it's going to give us a better understanding of where the majority of the class needs instruction. So the easiest way to start with a writing pre-assessment is to download my free K3 writing skills checklist if you haven't yet. And in that checklist, it's going to walk you through the skills that your students need for the end of the year at their grade level. You're going to offer them an assessment, and then you're going to quickly glance through that assessment looking for where the majority of your class lies. I have more great information on this on an upcoming conference session that I'm participating in, the Summer Self-Care Conference, and I'm going to share more details with that later next week. So make sure you tune in to get that information or become part of my mailing list, and you'll be one of the first to know how to sign up for the free conference, where you're going to learn all about how I use my pre-assessment and I walk you through it. So hopefully this tip is very helpful to you, and you're going to plan starting your writing lessons first part of the year using a pre-assessment. Thanks for listening. Tune in next Friday for an all-new episode. Bye for now. If you've loved this show, then join me in sharing the teaching,
hitting that subscribe button,
and leaving us a review on
iTunes,
so we can be found by more teachers like you who are ready to start sharing the workload. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Find new episodes each week on sharedteaching.com. Thanks for listening to the Shared Teaching Podcast. using a writing lesson. Bye for now. Stay tuned for this Friday for an all-new episode.